Hello, good evening, friends. This is Vimal Vishwanathan here, and I'm here this evening with yet another topic. The topic what I'm going to discuss today is actually the importance of taking notes in our career. So let's understand how taking notes helps us to improve in our career. So basically, I will be highlighting in 5 points today of the importance in taking notes to progress our career or understand or make improvement in our career. So the point number one is like taking notes helps us to focus on the task that we are at. For example, it can be a meeting, it can be a classroom training, or it can be even reading a book. So these when we are doing these activities, taking notes of the primary points that we are engaged in helps us to actually focus on what we are doing. So I try basically when I read, I take notes of the summarized points in a particular paragraph of the book and then keep it with me so that I can focus in reading the next paragraph, right? So that keeps me focused to what I am doing on reading. The second point I would like to say is actually this helps. Taking notes helps us to memorize and understand what we are processing to our brains, right? So this is very particular and important to help us memorize, and also while we understand, we get to know more questions, more doubts about the topic what we are reading or what we are attending at. So this also gives way to ask more questions and clarify things. The third point, which I would like to say, is like summarizing. So this helps in summarizing in a proper manner. Like when you are noting down each point and notes, so this gives a very good summary of the entire content, which you could go back and refer to. That's not this is one big key positive thing of writing notes. When you are trying to recollect some point which you read previously after certain months or years, so if you have certain notes written on it, so it is easy for us to go back and refer to and revise it. Oh yes, I had heard about this point in this book or this training. So let me go and see back what I have written on that topic, right? So that becomes much more easy, right? Being productive as well, correct? So and fourth point is actually you could prioritize some of the points and make a to-do list if you want to. So when you're in your classroom training, there might be some points that needs actions, and so while you are writing down notes, you could also keep a point or a note marking that this is an action point for me or this is an action point for someone else. So that way, this helps us to prioritize if there is any task that we have to perform on that particular point, right? And last but not the least, the summarizing part which I mentioned becomes a tool to share, right? Whatever you have summarized, you could share it with your friends, you could share it with the team, so that it becomes easy who have not gone through a particular training or particular meeting, right? So if a person missed a class, so your summarized note can be a value to the person who has not attended the class, correct? So thereby that's something good or value that you give by taking notes. So friends, these are the basic 5 points which I have noted down, which helps in taking notes, right? So I hope this video gave you some insight on taking notes, and keep taking notes, keep learning more. Thank you. Bye bye.